King's fingers?
Yeah, they're pretty gnarled. He'll hit all the buttons for the nuclear weapon at the same time. Right, we'll just send out our Seawolf class, and it'll take out the whole UK. Oh no!
Go away first, please.
I don't want to
Gross.
make Florida.
Gross.
I'm naming my stream Team Allies versus British Empire C9R charity race to farm views. Maybe people will actually think it's a charity race and they'll come to me,
That'll be a deal. That's why at least.
You'll definitely go to hell, man.
All donations received today go to the Get Beast a Better Job situation.
Get Beast
Yeah,
Better
they're gonna
Life.
tune
I
in
thought
to
he's
what
got his
Americans
alright.
getting
Paid
raped.
300. Well, was gonna pay money for our logo, but ended up just blocking the person who made it on Twitter.
Oh no, you didn't do that,
He
did
did, yeah, he did.
Oh my god.
Listen, I paid for the logo. I didn't pay for the intro because it was shit.
Oh yeah, true.
And I didn't
How
even
many-
take the intro. I didn't even take it.
Damage
Whoever
is on
which-
reduce.
Oh, nice.
So if you DNF it, it's just your own fault.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Or Lucas.
Hey, what's AA? Don't bring me into it.
Are you joining, Foz? Go on the Red Bull when you get in.
I'll join into the quali.
Alright, so we'll check the settings.
Got places to be.
I checked them, Jamie. They're good.
100% race, you got places to be.
What's going on, Sludgy? You... Yeah, Andy's in the other chat. Do you want to bring him in or?
He can't see it, can he? 'Cause it's mod. Oh no. Oh no, he's just stupid. Alright, I'll drag you up to Andy Sludgy. Yeah.
Alright.
That would probably drive me banana.
It's gonna be annoying to you, actually.
I mean, Sludgy, you can every once.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
can
no,
come
you
back.
can get
Sludgy, I was gonna say, you can every once in a while go into like team calls
Joey
and
was
like ask us questions or something, like go into team radios or something like
That's a
that.
good idea.
Join back. Get some.
What did you say, Joey?
Well, I mean, if you say the
Well,
name, you'll get liked.
can we let Sludgy finish what you were saying, please? Before we all talk over.
So, are you if you guys are going into different separate teams, and stuff like that, then it's totally fine. But otherwise,
I thought we were splitting into.
Yeah, so we'll be in two different voice chats. We'll be in the UK voice chat and the.
Let's start that at the race though. Like I don't know. I'm kind of fine with being in here during quali because quali.
Yeah.
But during the
good.
race we can split.
And Sludgy, feel free to just hop between the channels as
Yeah,
well.
that's a
when
good
you see
idea.
You know,
Don't be,
maybe ask a couple of questions here and there.
Don't be giving away any secrets like tire wear and damage reports.
Beast,
Is anyone gonna do a
Stream.
PK for
how are you
us?
feeling now?
Might be.
And Nelson
Beast.
PK. Depends on if Beast texts me out, I might drop one.
I was gonna say which PK.
Alright, we're good. Fine.
Yeah, I think
Oz
we're
is
good to
having connection.
Settings are good, Jamie. I checked.
go. I think good, Abel, yeah.
Yeah, I've gone through the settings. They're good.
Cocoa Puffs.
Are we starting or not?
I hope it's-
Oz is still trying to get in.
Imagine it's raining.
If you would go back 10 seconds to where we
I
also-
try. Sorry.
Not
We're waiting for Fuzz or we're going.
He'll join in quali.
Oh wait, real quick, can everyone just double check, go to your settings, and then telemetry settings, and just make sure your telemetry is on public, and show player names is on. Just so when Sludgy
Oh,
comes
they'll
on
have to
board,
come
we
out,
get-
Joey.
Yes, Daddy.
No, you can do it once you're in
Do
the
it from settings.
track setting.
Wait, what do I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
In
go
the
to
track.
pause, go to
So-
settings,
Public
And all-
and the show players on, right?
Yeah.
all
Like share your name and all that too.
yeah, all the way to the right on telemetry settings. The two at the bottom, you'll see public. Well, your telemetry and show player names. Have those set to public and on.
Okay.
So when
Got it.
Sludgy goes on board with you, all your information pops up.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
are we doing quali in here and then we coming out for the race?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so is there no comms during quali then?
I mean, you can
We have
talk
to piss everybody off, innit?
Well, we're talking. Just.
I,
you know.
I
I
might
was
mute you.
That's fine.
I was thinking, Andy, because we're going to go into a UK and the rest of the world, different
Yeah.
chats. Me and Sludge could opt between the two if something happens. Get the live.
Yeah, well, Sludgy can just drop that in.
Yeah, me dropping a few slurs against Beast if he crashes me.
Can we get real?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Abdullah,
Yeah.
your strap master, is this a 2-stop or 1?
Oh, it's gonna be a
Traditional.
1 normally. Medium hard or hard medium.
100% race, it'll be saucy.
Well, that's because the tire age would be.
The tyres are going to stretch longer.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
So
If you can do a 1-stop on 50%, you can do a 1-stop on the 100.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But you have more time to make up a 2-stop load, aren't you?
Yeah, you have.
Make that delta back up.
And with the amount of safety cars we probably have, it's not gonna be a 1-stop.
Get Bert Mylander on a
Yeah.
paid
Yeah,
race for this race. He's going to be making a few appearances, I think.
Reduce damage as well. So
can we start?
might not.
We are starting.
Boss is here, right? Wait, Boss is here, right?
Whatever you do as well, don't leave the lobby like as quali's ended, because if you're not there for the start of the race, it normally bugs out and doesn't let you take control of the means to do the lobby again.
Where's those other 2 voice channels? Because I can't see them.
One Saturday chat and one Sunday.
Yeah, we'll just be going.
Yeah.
We'll ship the foreigners off. Well, whoever isn't British.
No.
the Saturday one.
No,
You'll go Saturday.
Yeah, I think you guys, the British go to Saturday because I don't want to mess anything with my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah,
to have
exactly.
One
it
excuse.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
and then crash the
You know
game
what,
again.
Trekkie? I will personally go out my way and drag you to the Saturday channel.
Ah, shit. Unable to verify file integrity. Access to online feature has been restricted.
Oh, you just need to restart your game and then that should be on.
Guys,
Yeah,
You got mods on. You got mods.
Looking like Trekkie and Fuzz are gonna be. It's gonna turn into a
Wait,
thing.
it's raining.
Why is it
Bruh.
raining?
No.
Bruh.
So-
Ren.
No.
Jamie.
What do I do? Do I restart the game or what?
yes.
Yeah, just restart the game.
Why is
the
race as well and in the rain?
No, the race should be dry. But
Yeah, the rest.
No.
What
No,
happens
it's
if
not
it's-
dry.
What
Oh,
happens
no.
It's
if
gonna be
it's
dry
raining?
later on.
No,
No.
it will be dry. That's wrong.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry, the game's
Wait,
been
wait.
awful awful.
Oh, I know I had Danish muted at one point, and now I don't have him muted, and it's driving me freaking banana nuts.
Just turn voice chat off in your settings.
What
I'm
actually
getting
what
there.
happens? Because I mute my mic. I don't understand that.
No, you're in game. It's alright. I got you.
You're in game.
It's in game. It's
You
the
got an
in-game.
open mic in game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
to-
it's not. What I mean is on the headset, I'll mute my mic. So I understand it.
Do you have another mic plugged in?
No.
You have like a webcam or something.
If I may ask for support
Might be
here,
that one.
that file integrity thing, that I had that also yesterday, and I couldn't join online game. So
Hello?
So we will be definitely create a great backlog live. We'll do a more professional version next time, I think. But in this case, there's a couple things that I still need to set up and work out. There's some things that won't be perfect, but I'm getting some handle. I'm gonna definitely rely on you more casual with it. We don't have to be talking all the time. These things, keep it going. And we're just gonna try and do it as accessible as possible.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. Yes, mate.
I actually have to go through and basically figure out the names of everybody and basically put it in a file, like the names and race numbers of everybody.
Okay.
So,
Well, like I say, I'm watching stream and seeing it live on YouTube as well. But yeah, I can hear that echo as well. Yeah, no, it's no problem. It's like I say, until it's we've done a couple, I think it'll be more polished at that point.
okay, so we have a lot of show numbers for 69.
Yeah, everyone goes for 69.
It's gonna make it a little bit difficult.
In fairness, before in the Discord, you had to select the driver number, I think. And then I've put those down first, got it? Yeah, they might be able to do it, but I think they might have to custom grid it. I think they'd have to come out and do a custom grid, I think. So I don't know if it's possible. So I think for them to change the name, they'd have to note down the quality positions, jump out, and then Jamie would have to set the grid, or Joey would have to set the grid for qualifying. And looks like the antics have already started.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know who it was. Who's in the house?
I know, that's why I need to get these names.
Eggs or Beast? Yeah, it's Eggs or Beast. It's one of the two. I've jotted down who's in which team, but.
Oh, good. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this.
Yeah, I think they've just put UK versus the rest of the world, don't they? Because of numbers. For whatever reason, the numbers have seemed to dwindle. Billy, on stream graphics looking sweet though. Yeah, I think it's because teams, possibly, because your graphics have got all the teams, so it doesn't. Okay. If I look at James having problems with the game. No, I don't think they'll put AI in because AI just usually kill the race. They're either way too quick or way too slow. Yeah, I think your stream's got a 10-second delay. For YouTube. Yeah, wait, a lot quicker. Would you prefer to be called on stream? Sweet. Yeah, no, that's fine.
The other one has a lot more telemetry data, but this one we can follow basically almost exactly to the real life stuff.
Don't wait for it, 'cause every other time you did,
Has it got damage on realistic or is it reduced?
right through your fingertips, and I know
Damage, is it realistic or reduced?
it shows right down to my core. It's there for the taking. Hold my breath, tremble and shake. No fear, 'It holds me down. The doubt I had for all of it, I see it now. It's closer than it's ever been.
I think he's having connectivity issues. So I know he's been jumping in and out. So mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's fine. So with the stream like this then, the Discord stream, there we go. Yeah. No, I think it is Joey. Joey is in the Williams, sharing the Williams with Mr. Apple. So I don't think Mr. Apple is capable of those times.
He's in 10th right now.
Okay, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, we've got it there. Yeah, so I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they've gone for a wet setup for quali, or if they've compromised the setup in any way, or they've just gone for a dry setup. Yeah, compromise the quali and then looking for a better race pace. It's always difficult when you've got a wet qualifying. You know, this provided that we've got a dry race. We won't know that until shortly. So it will be interesting to see who has compromised, if anybody's compromised. But Luca, Joey, Foz, exactly where I'd expect to see them, to be honest. I think they're the stronger guys on the grid. But consistency is going to be the key for anybody in this race. With the points up for grabs, points for every single position, 20 for first, 19 second, 18 third, and so on. So it's going to be a race of attrition, and just finishing is going to be key. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it's Tommy or if it was Naked, but yeah, that would have helped Luca through that sector there, especially going into cops. Very difficult to, once you see something on the track, it can be very difficult to sort of get out of the way. But it'll be interesting to see. We can see sector 2. He's dropped off and straight through the back of Gultz by the look of it. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get these tyres into the window with that, slow third sector on the last lap. But like I say, it's purple 1. He's a bit sketchy on the exit of cops there. Very difficult in the rain. Car just wants to understeer its way through the corner, so it can be very difficult. It's a very difficult track in the dry. So in the wet, it's really difficult. As we can see, he's switching all over the place. He's carried on, and we can see he's a second off the pace through that sector 2. Not the greatest sector. Can he get it back for sector 3? It'll be interesting to see. We've got eggs in the fire as well, haven't we? So that's either Trifa or Gultz. I'd say probably Trifa, because we've got the 3 eggs in there. Yeah, I think it's like what he says. I think it has dried up a little bit towards the end of the session. So I think that's why that's what allowed Foz and Trifa, I think it is, just to pip Joe. But again, it's a very strong, front 4 there. Even down to Davies in 6, you can see less than a second for the top 6. So it's looking good. Then we've just got Beast and Eggs. I think they're Naked Apple. It's Naked Apple. We've got them down.
Is Chucky managed to get it?
No.
He's trying.
No, I mean,
Can we get that removed, that 5-place grid penalty? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, his AI will be on track though.
we do have a couple of duplicate names here. I don't know if we can sort this out before the race. It'll help with streaming. Instead, we'll just have duplicate names if not, but we'll need to fix this for sure. We have
I think we're gonna restart the lobby anyway.
Okay, perfect. So let's sort out this names right now. We have 2 for number 21, Danish and Tommy. You both are sharing number 21 at the moment. So would one of you mind changing?
Yeah, Jamie, can we get the 5-place penalty taken off?
I could change. You just need to walk me through how to change it.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how to change it either. So let me.
It's in your career settings.
Yeah, you gotta go see it.
Like,
So-
you're gonna have to, we're exiting the lobby anyway, so you're just gonna go back to your like personalization, dude.
And Eggs, I'm glad you also bring that up. So we have another sharing of 3 people for number 69. Eggs.
That's right.
I'm not moving mine. I'm not changing
Children.
mine.
So
Children.
Apple and Eggs, one of you 3.
So, so Tripa is team captain, so he doesn't have to change his.
So we're leaving this lobby, yeah. So I can just go back to the main menu.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Okay.
And let me know what you change your what will you change it to?
Is the names and stuff all alright though?
Yeah, it
Everyone's
all works,
name's popping up.
It'll all
It's just the numbers.
completely automatically load from now on, as long as we have different numbers. It should work perfect.
Alright, lovely.
It's a bit difficult commentating whenever you've got like 3 eggs.
Hey Sludgy, is 27 currently available?
27
Thank
at
you.
least in this lobby. And honestly, next time we'll have them change.
It's fine.
Yeah, Jamie needs to drop a
let's
thing up to put
see.
numbers on there. First come, first serve.
Yeah.
Is 99 available?
I do believe it is also available for
You so you go to customization. It's in driver profile, I believe.
Yeah.
Is 42 available?
Who's taking 99? 42 is
Apple.
Thank you.
Apple.
Ooh,
Apple
I can't take 27. I'll take 28, Sledge.
I am the only number 7.
I took Roman Grosjean's number because this was his second year out of F1.
I'm sorry, Apple, you took 40.
No, 99.
19. And
99.
Agent 99.
Yeah, 42 I've got. Cheers.
Oh, there you are. There's your agent 42.
Amy, did you restart the lobby?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Lobby is now open. Lobby is now open.
Is there a new lobby, Jeremy?
Wait, is there a new lobby?
Next person to ask it gets a grid penalty.
Is there another lobby open?
Is there a new lobby? Is there a new lobby? I'm at the back. Is there a new lobby? Is there a new lobby?
They're a bit slow in the south of France.
Joey
ban.
also-
Okay,
Race ban.
you'll just get a grid penalty for your next league race you do instead.
Fine.
Look at this one.
I'm not sure the lobby's open because my game just crashed.
Jamie.
Joey, I will go Nicholas Latifi. So
No
it's,
Tiffy.
it's a bit more realistic then with the
I'm gonna
team.
blame that on why I got P4 though. Definitely not driver ability, no. It's the seats I was in.
I might just promote myself to another team. Who knows?
Alright.
Everything's sorted and done. Apple. I'm just gonna go and switch it up.
Sludge, I'm trying to join the game again. Just I updated my BIOS, so I'm not sure if that helped, but
What a weird problem.
How we looking,
Okay.
Trekkie?
so far, I'm
The
trying to-
lobby you're in.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're in the lobby. It's good. Step in the right direction.
Okay.
Sorry, what we'll
You
do.
have to choose the team. Click.
Yeah, I did. But okay, obviously I didn't qualify, so I'll start last.
Jeremy, you here?
Yeah.
We set a 3-minute timer for when we're in our 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Just no one ready up at all, and Jamie will run the timers up. You know, we're gonna go through these lists one by one to making sure everyone. That Beast, did you hear that? To not ready up at all when we're sat on the grid.
Oh.
Beast.
Send him a message as well.
Okay. Daves.
So you
Copy.
can't say.
Yeah.
"Oh, what is it?"
Don't ready up when we're on the grid.
Alright.
Eggs.
10-4.
Does that mean
Boss.
everyone's going to change the setup now?
Oh, that's annoying. I bloody ran a dry setup for that as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna send one person round to each one of your homes to make sure you choose a part.
I still see you got that AliExpress mic.
Might be because I'm not well.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop it from cutting out halfway through, does it?
Oh, well, was it cutting out? I thought you meant the sound of it.
No, you just sound normal. Boring.
A more hot kettle. Gooch.
Hang on, the Gooch F1.
What's your number, Gooch?
No, it's the goat.
Fuck you.
What's your number?
That's what it actually is.
It's 93.
That's how you
Sludgy,
pronounce it.
I don't know what my number is. Can you see it? Am I in conflict with anyone?
It's like a choice you pick because you what you want to.
You said you're 98.
Oh, 93.
93.
From what I've read, Trekkie, that game integrity thing, it's a Steam problem, not an F1 problem.
Okay.
It's a lot of people are saying it's something to do with Steam or the game launches, like Origin or Steam. It's happening with.
Thank you for checking.
So maybe try update Steam or do something with Steam.
Yeah, I did that too, and there was no update. So.
You log out. Have you tried logging out and logging back in?
Well, I mean, I restarted the PC. How much log out and log in do you want more than that?
Logging out of the software for Steam.
Yeah, Steam.
So when I turn off the PC and I restart it,
That doesn't necessarily log you out.
Okay.
It keeps because what Steam will
Keep
do,
the
it'll
session active?
reassign you a new IP number in on their server side when
Okay.
you log back in.
Okay, so what do you want me to do now? Do you want me to?
Well, I mean, if you're in now, I mean,
yeah,
the only
I will
thing to
try.
do would be to sign out of Steam itself.
But if I do
And then
Alt Tab,
sign back
I go
in, but
back to
if
my
you're
main
fine now.
screen. Yeah, if I'll do Alt Tab, but the game crashes.
Okay, don't do it then.
So I don't want. So I mean, I already missed all the qualifications. So
Sludgy, where did you post the link for your YouTube?
I haven't. Thank you. I will do so now in stream.
Then I can throw it in my chat too.
I appreciate that. It's definitely
Qualifications, so.
mostly to make sure everything is going smoothly, and so far it is not. So that's good. We're doing it now.
Is he talking to us? I can't tell.
He is.
Yes.
Rodrigo!
All right, I'm
There
throwing
he
it up
is.
in Twitch streams right now.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice. Is everyone in?
I'm sleeping for a bit. Don't worry about it.
Right, Sludgy, I've forced my girlfriend to watch the stream in the background, so that's another viewer.
You forced her.
Well, it's on. I've turned off what was ever on the TV, and I've got it on.
Mason Greenwood style.
Tell your girlfriend thank you.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
dear.
you know.
So is the link under the link for the race? Is
Twitch stream self promotion.
I mean, you can just open. I just opened YouTube and searched Sludgy Beast, and the stream popped up.
Okay, got it. So I'll.
It does look like
It's
I
on
have
my
all
cell
these
phone.
games. Should be good for us to watch afterwards and do some.
I like the graphics. I didn't know
That'd
it
be
was
fun.
animated.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Well,
can
this is the
watch it
real deal, guys.
after this if you want.
Sludgy-
Joe, do you want to drag us down?
So what?
Just a
Somewhere
different
else.
voice,
Get out is what he's saying.
Making these
Get
out.
out.
So
Well,
what,
just drag one team.
So what are we
So-
doing? Well, we're starting now?
Wait.
So there will be a 3-minute timer when we're on the grid,
yeah,
and Joey
but
will ready
there's
up after 2.
There's only me and
Bye.
Gold that are
Bye. Bye.
that are ready. What's happening?
Who else is going? Sorry, Tricky.
Okay.
Yeah, but are we rating up on this lobby, or I'm in the wrong lobby again?
Oh yeah, you're in the right lobby. Just give us a minute
Okay.
while Joe
Okay.
starts everyone.
Don't ready up when we're on the grid at all.
Yeah, that's fine. I got that.
Right.
I will wait till I see someone else.
Joe is moving us, so don't worry.
We're doing
Yeah, man.
Bye, Abdullah. Who else is going?
Me?
Right.
Leave the voice channel if you.
Do let's go, Gio.
Yep. We are good to go. Everything should be with telemetry and like a tracking. Maybe I'll add a track map.
Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. What I was going to say to you as well with the voice chat thing, but if you drop out, I'll lose the stream, won't I? If one of us drops out for voice chat to see what the team's saying, I'll lose the stream, won't I? Yeah, I'll stay in there then. Yeah, but if I move you, the stream will die.
But if we're doing it no chat, no presence, then we can not have to be necessarily talking about what's happening if we're able to hop into one of the team chats. You'll lose the stream, but maybe you can keep up the YouTube on the side, so you won't be losing everything, even if it's a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
And we won't have to talk because we're listening to the rest of the stuff. And then once you drag me back or whatever, smoking dope, counting money, all I know is getting lit. All designer, I got drip.
Yeah. Oh well, in that instance, then, if you're just if you drop out, I can stay here. You drop out, and then once you drop back in, you can just give me a very short synopsis of what was said, and then the stream will be back on. I think that's easy rather than just both dropping it and both dropping back in. Are you streaming the race now? Because I've still got Be Right Back. You still got you.
At the moment, it does look like we are kind of fading.
Ah, okay. Are they doing formation lap or?
They will be doing a a good thing for next time, we can have stats. So obviously we'll have graphics and overlays. Smoking. I can create more like that. So we can talk about here in the future. So the show, obviously great for everyone.
Yeah, so I think DRS detection is just after turn 3, and then again just before Maggots and Beckett. So it's important that you try and be as close as possible through those sectors to then try and get DRS. You know, if you're through Maggots and Beckett, you're going to want DRS down the Hanger Straight, the back end of the circuit, or if you're at the start, just after turn 3, the Wellington Straight. But it's difficult for me. The Hanger Straight's probably more viable. It's a little bit longer, and also it puts you into stone. You can try and move around the outside. It's quite wide there, whereas the Wellington Straight is a bit more difficult because you've got that really sharp sort of turn 3 there. So it's very, the loop as it's called, it's very difficult to try and follow the car through there and get a good drive off the corner, to then try and make a move at the end of the Wellington Straight into Brooklands and Luffield. But yeah, like I said, very high speed, very demanding. Understeer, trying to get on top of understeer is going to be very important in this race, making sure the car's set up correctly, entire deck. You know, it's going to be interesting if it's going to be a one-stop, two-stop. If there's any safety cars, any VSCs, it's going to make it interesting.
Yeah, and it's like, a lot of these races normally used to 25%. This time they're going to be doing 100% race, so it's going to require a lot of overtime thinking. This is going to be a marathon. Usually towards the end of the 25%, I get a little tired, a little out there, start slowing down a bit. And same with their tires wear modifications. They're normally expecting to stop to go 9 laps. Now you can expect double to 4 times that amount. So it's going to be interesting how they're going to be preparing themselves to go this distance. Anybody's really preparing as much as they should.
Yeah, so like I say, it's going to be a race of attrition. Like I say, 100%, 55 laps, hour and a half ish, 90 minutes. It's going to be difficult for sure. And like I say, concentration levels are going to start to creep in after around about 25 minutes. So it's going to be interesting, and like I say, every point counts. The way the point system has been worked out for this event. So, you know, if you finish, you're going to get points. You're guaranteed to get points, and there's points all the way down the grid. So, you know, it's very important that you finish. You've only got to have one team lose 2 cars, and that could potentially be them losing the event. No, I think they'd go straight from. I think they're using the grid from the first quali session and then building the grid up from here. Have they started the event yet? Yeah, so it delays. Okay. Sweet.
We will be doing a formation lap, and we'll be able to see how everybody's set up and see what the starting grid is looking like.
So one thing that has allowed them by doing the qualifying session separately, there were some connection issues with that, so that's why they've decided to go qualifying and then build the custom grid based off that qualifying session. What that has allowed the drivers to do is change their setup. So anybody who run a wet setup in qualifying will benefit massively by being able to use a dry setup here. So as you can see, formation lap started. We've got Luca Dude, who's UK driver, in on pole, and then we've got I think that's Foz. We've got in 2 in the Red Bull. So again, he's under the UK banner for this event. Trifa 3rd with the Ferrari. Joe Trifa is racing under the USA badge for this event. And then we've got Joey in the Williams. Again, yeah, it's changed. It's not back out again, is it? So then we've got Joey in 4, and we've got Davies in the Alfa Romeo in 5, Beast 6 in the Haas, Eggs 7th in the Haas, and then 8 and 9 we've got the 2 McLarens. 1 is Naked, and the other one's Mr. Apple. I'm not quite sure which one's there, who's who at the two. Opting for the soft, which is bold. And then we've got the Golds in 10, Jamie in 11. In 12, we have. Yeah, no, that's Mr. Apple. Sorry, yeah. So we've got Mr. Apple in the Williams. The two McLarens is Joey and Tommy. So those two guys are on the soft. We can't see for some reason. I ain't sure who's at 8th or 9th. Yeah, and then we've got Rage Light in 13 and QC Trekkie in 14. So I'm not sure which one of those is Joey. One's Joey and one should be Tommy in the McLaren. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's at the front. Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing to lose it on a formation lap unless, he's losing tyre temp while he's sat there on the grid waiting for everybody else to come in. But yeah, it's interesting with some guys picking the hard tyre and then other guys picking the soft. So we've got two McLarens on the soft off memory. Most people going for the medium, they're going to want to go medium hard. The other guys are going to start on the hard and then they're going to drop to the medium. That would be a one-stop strategy. Again, anything can happen. Safety cars, could be two-stop. We're at 100% race, so we've got more time to get that back. So we're all lined up, just waiting for the red lights now. And they're off. Luca, decent start. Boz, is he going to try and on the inside? Yes, and they touch. Again, that's... Yeah, no, definitely that touch has unsettled his car, and he just needs to get into a bit of a groove. Hopefully there's no damage between the two. They are on the same team. So it looks like there's some chaos. Yeah, like I say, I just want to hit. Hopefully there's no damage by anybody. I can't see any wings missing. Yeah. So Joey and Davey, I think, were 4th and 5th originally on the grid. So like I say, that bit of contact has not put them in a great position. Again, opposing teams very similar skill level with the drivers. You can see McLaren trying to put one in on the Haas. I think he's done it through Cops. Now this is going to be interesting. Very difficult to follow through here for Maggots and Beckett's. You get a lot of aero wash from the car in front. And then again, we've got the straight now to attack. Yeah, they'll get that initial stretch because they're on the medium tyre, so they're on a quicker tyre compared to Trifa. So again, they will get that stretch, but until we get into the pit windows, it's going to be very difficult to, which I would have said around the lap 20, I would have thought so. But they need to settle down and just not go through, not burn through those tyres, because that's going to hurt them later on in the Grand Prix when they're on the hards and the other guys are on a faster tyre. As you can see, McLaren, I said it was bold from starting on the soft, but it's worked out because they've come from, was it 9th and 10th, I think they were, and it's up into 3rd place. So that soft tyre is really, is making the most out of that tyre. But again, he's probably going to get 15, 18 laps on that tyre. So it all depends on how smooth the driver is at this phase in the Grand Prix. When everyone's settled down a little bit, all you need to do is just basically look after that tyre and try and keep it, in that window as long as possible, so we can see. Yes, softs between 14 and 17 is a lap window. Again, when I raced, I used to prefer trying to stick out the tyre for as long as possible, but then you balance, you know, it makes you faster towards the end of the race.
We can get that sorted here real quick, so there's no more confusion on that front. Tommy, number 21 should be all set now. Rage, Davey going up, the Goops going a little bit wide here.
Yeah, no. With the Goltz, like I say, he's usually very consistent, very quick. I'd expect him to gain positions as the race goes on. But again, you know, I'm not sure if that was a accident coming together, or you know, he's got the hards. Perhaps he's got them a bit too hot, maybe, and then he's lost it. But you know, I'd expect him to come good through the end of the race. You can see Luca and Foz. It looks like Foz has settled in behind Luca for the time being, and like I say, all he'll be doing is trying to look after those tyres. If he can put pressure on Luca, he's close enough to force a mistake. If Luca goes wide, hits one of the bigger curbs, unsettles the car, obviously he's there to capitalise. But they've realised that, you know, by sitting, you know, working together, they're going to be able to stretch that lead. As you can see, just sitting in that DRS, gap, you know, less than 1 second. By keeping it in there, he's going to keep himself, you know, in with the shape for the win. And again, fastest lap for regular Apple. That soft tyre working wonders, and you can see he's already started to catch Foz and Luca as they start to get into their groove and just try and ease through this stage of the Grand Prix. Regular is going to have to literally, you know, use that tyre to his advantage now, because that tyre will start to drop off very, very quickly.
Is that
I think in the McLaren we've got Tommy and oh no, yeah, it is naked. Sorry, it is naked Danish. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, these guys are within 2 seconds of each, you know, of Luca up front, and then next gap is, you know, Beast and Eggs who are 6-7 seconds behind. Again, whether Beast and Eggs are playing a bit of a team game, you know, and they're going to try and bring each other through. As you can see, a warning there for. For naked, yeah, he's at the pace he's going and the way he's caught those leaders, he's going to be wanting to make a move in the next couple of laps. I would have thought on Foz. You can see he's always trying to shape up. Yeah, I mean, looking at the grid at the moment, we've got some drivers that are out of position. Fair enough, the tyre advantage, as we can see now, the harder runners have dropped back. But, you know, Foz, Luca and Joey, I would have said, are you know, some of the quicker drivers out there. Joey can be a bit inconsistent, but on his day, he's very, very difficult to beat. That accident at the start with Davis hasn't helped him. So again, he's going to want to come strong. Then we've got Eggs, Apple, and Tommy. You know, they've had a good start to the race, but it'd be interesting to see if they can keep that position, because they've still got Jamie, who's pretty quick, Treefur's quick, and then obviously you've got Goltz as well, who's quick. So you've got, you know, 3 or 4 drivers there out of position, and they're going to want to be taking, you know, they're going to want to be in that 5, 6, and 7. But Eggs beat her, in fairness. is started really well. Again, his consistency that tends to let him down. If he can keep it on the black stuff and keep it within the white lines, you know, he stands for a good result today. But again, until we see that tyre difference change, or we start to see the pit stops happening, the pit windows, it's going to be difficult, because like I say, those hard runners towards the back are going to want to be moving straight through the field. And you can see Tommy already 3-second penalty. He gets one more and then he'll get another penalty. So again, with that tyre advantage, he needs to make it pay. He's not going to be the only one getting a penalty today. You know, there's going to be quite a few drivers at their penalties, especially those at the front who are pushing. You know, Foz has lost out, so we can see picking up a warning as well. So again, this is where the tyre advantage starts to kick in now. That soft tyre, he needs to get these moves done, because the longer he stays behind Luca, the harder it's going to be for him to come to the end of the grid. So starting with a soft, he's like I say, he's going to have to go to a hard, unless he's going to go really aggressive and go for a two stop. So yeah, really strong. But if we look at the grid, 1, 2 and 3 are all under the UK banner, and then we've got 4 and 5 in for the USA, Beast and Eggs. Then we've got 6 and 7 again under the UK, Apple and Joe, and then 8 Tommy is UK, and then Davies is under the USA banner, Jamie UK, Trifa USA, QC Trekkie USA, the Gults USA, and Rage USA. So we can see the UK team starting off very strongly in this event. And again, another penalty, this instance for Davies. So yeah. Mm-hmm. No, like I say, at this phase you just want to get in that groove, and like I say, until it's pit window, they get 3 bites. At the third warning, it's a penalty, so they've been warned twice already for track limits. Third one, it's a warning. They'll get another chance, and then after that they'll be on a warning again. So it does get stricter, and like I say, 7 laps in, you've got 3 people on 3-second pens. That could be, you know, especially those guys who are towards the back, that could make a big difference, you know, to the final standards. And again, Naked to pass Luca now for the lead, and what he's going to want to do now is stretch that lead. He's going to want to break that DRS. At the moment, Luca's just inside that DRS, and I think Foz is in Luca's DRS. So it'll be interesting to see if he can stay there. He's got the advantage through the corners, and again, it depends on what wing he's running for the straights.
Sector times here, it looks like Naked Danish is really gaining the most time here in Sector 2 in those medium to high speed corners that they're talking about. Sector 3 though, Luca's still coming in fast and gaining up a ton from Danish, so he's going to be wanting a little bit push up. Overall 4/10 is what Luca is losing to Danish per lap, putting him outside of the DRS, so Luca's not going to have to worry about time difference. It might not be as big.
No, let's say Naked should be able to get in and out, even if they do twin stack. They are in the same VC as well, so they'll be able to sort that out. They'll be able to tell each other that they're in, you know, in the pits. But like you've just said, look at the gap that Naked's pulled out. It's 2.3 already. Like I said, he was 4/10 on that lap. Luca's quicker in the final sector, because that tells me that Luca's running a skinnier wing. So Luca's gone for more top speed, but through Maggots, Beckett's, Cops, all of those corners are hurting him, and that's where Apple can make those gains. So it looks as if Luca and Foz have gone for more of a high-speed setup, but they're not as quick through the corners. As you can see, Trifa. And the thing is, don't forget, a lot, like I said, a lot of these guys at start, a lot of these guys ain't used to doing 100%. So I would anticipate some of these guys are going to be 9-12 second penalties, maybe even more, by the end of the race. And like I say, 12 seconds is a lot of time. But one thing with the battle that we've got between Trifa and Jamie, it's going to be interesting to see how they deploy battery. Jamie's going to want to defend, but use battery defending. Trifa's going to try and use battery when they attack. Whether Trifa will drop off a little bit, because if he's quicker overall, you might want to drop off, recharge that battery, and then go again. But again, I think he's as close as he's been so far. But again, knowing when to deploy that battery can be key. We've got 2 long straights here as well, the Wellington Straight, Hanger Straight, and they're going to be saving the battery, saving the ERS for as much as possible. So we've got a bit of a battle here between Eggs, Apple and Joe. Again, the 2 Williams chasing down the Haas, and then just in front of those Beasts. So this is looking good. Be interesting to see if Apple moves out the way for Joe, because like I say, Joe is the quicker of the 2. Surprising that we haven't seen any major damage. Nobody's had to pit early in the race. Whether some of these guys factored that into the pit strategies, you know, every time I created a pit strategy, I'd be looking at what track it is, who's driving, and whether I need to change my strategy. It's always a gamble going for a hard tyre and then losing a wing. It knocks your strategy out. So that's what some of the soft guys might have been thinking, that if I'm on the soft, it's a bit of a, if I have to come back into the pits, I can, you know, it's not as painful as what it would be on the hards. So again, Joey's going to be wanting to look to get through, to clear these guys as quickly as possible. Yeah, he doesn't seem very quick out the corners, does he? He seems, you know, seems to be delayed. But again, if we look at the tyres, if that tyre performance is accurate, it's, you know, it's pretty dangerous really, that those front tyres. But that doesn't account for his traction out the corners. It depends what, you know, throttle diff settings he's got in. And he's only got 30% ERS left as well. So I thought he was just trying to cruise up to the back of him, keep that ERS, and then get past him. But it seems he's happy for Apple to do the attacking, and then perhaps Joey's just going to pick him off as Apple sort of gets through, but he's gone wide there through Luffield. So, but yeah, he probably would have got a warning for sure, I would have thought, being well out there. But again, it's because these guys are pushing, they go in front, it puts those under pressure as well. Let me see, I think that's... Yeah, definitely. If we can see, there's more and more penalties. Trifa's got a penalty. The Gults has got a penalty, which again it is surprising because Trifa is usually one of the guys who never tends to pick up a penalty. But we can see he's got past Jamie, and Jamie's just trying to. What Jamie's going to try and do is now is just stick within DRS. If Trifa is quicker than him at this stage of the Grand Prix, he's just going to want to stick in. But then look, behind him he's got the Gults. So whether Trifa is on the same team as the Gults, whether Trifa will try and back Jamie up into the Gults will be interesting. But again, all three runners on the hard tyre. Again, not many of them have got much ERS left. I would have said that Trifa and the Gults have probably got 30%, if that. So this is just going to be a bit of a waiting game to see who makes a mistake, I think. But I think Jamie hasn't got a penalty where the other two have. Again, Foz and Luca still very close. Apple's pulled up 3.5 seconds. He doesn't seem to have extended that lead massively. As I say that, I think he's just gone to 4.5. So again, he's slowly pulling it out, but his tyres will start to drop off shortly as he approaches another fastest lap. But he's probably got another 2 or 3 laps left, and those tyres are going to start to be feeling some pain. So he needs to make hay while the sun's shining, basically. And we've got so yes, it's. By the look of it, Joe's got past Apple and Eggs, so he's just got to try and track Beast down there. But yeah, it seemed weird how he was so slow off the corners, but now he's got past them. So he's going to want to try and get into Beast's DRS, because DRS is very powerful down in the 2 straights that you've got it. But Apple's following nicely. To be fair, he's kept it clean. Some good, clean, close racing. And again, he's within the second of his teammate, which is good because, like I say, Jerry is quick. Yeah, and I think what would have been said, the 2 team captains would have said to their guys, so Trifa team captain I think for the US and Jamie team captain for the UK, they would have said to those guys, look, every position matters in this event. If you lose a wing, if you DNF, it's going to affect the team massively. It's 7v7, every point counts. That they would have been told that at the start, which is good as well, because last thing we want to see is a race ruined by safety cars. Everyone seems to be going at a decent pace, because we can see there's penalties applied, so people are pushing. No one sort of sat back and allowed themselves to just sort of drop off, because that's one thing you need to be very careful of as well, that you stop attacking and then you just start to fall back through the grid. So everyone's pushing, but it'll be interesting to see what happens during those pit windows, and it'll be interesting to see if Apple can keep that pace up, because it's a very, very strong pace. Foz and Luca, again in very close proximity, but look how much DRS Foz has got. He's got absolutely loads. Most people on the grid have got 30. Foz is in the 90s. So that. Yeah, look at that tyre wear. That says to me, because he's beyond Luca, he's getting aero wash, so he's struggling with front end. So what he's having to do is having to put more steering angle on. The front of the car's sliding wide slightly, and that's what's damaging. It's putting extra heat in the tyres, and it's starting to damage the carcass of the tyre. And that's what he's got lots of ERS. So he's just sat behind Luca, He's probably a little bit quicker than Luca, but he's just sat behind there because if you were going to attack, you'd be using that ERS, you know, and he's just sort of,
Earlier, he is also full on ERS, so both of them are really saving it here for some reason.
yeah, possibly. But you know, you would have thought that he'd have jumped out the way, let Foz go for 5 laps, and to see if Luca can hang on rather than just sit back. As you can see, Trifa and the Golt's looking to put one on Tom. A nice down on the inside.
For everybody here, and that's that change is now done. So we see that Goats, Trifa, we expect him to be a little bit further ahead right now. He was he did have a pretty strong start. Well, he had a really poor start, but he had a really strong qualifying. He started in third, now in 9th. He's still making his way through the field. We've seen Joey, Apple, Davies. They've all made their way just a little bit further ahead than he's been able to so far. He is running on this one cover, so it does make it very difficult after that.
Looking at that as well, is Jamie had a spin or something? Because Jamie was with battling with Trifa. No, Jamie's in 13th.
Tom in the pits coming out now. Looks like he is coming out onto hard tires.
Yeah, he's gotten soft hard.
Rather early. Yeah, he's one of the soft runners. Now we're expecting Mr. Naked Danish to probably be coming in the next few laps as well.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Tom's gone a little bit early, but again, his tyres might have been hurting him. As you could see, Trifa and Goltz both put one down the inside on him. So, you know, he was struggling, I think, on those tyres, so he decided to come in. Realistically, he would have wanted lap 18 to 20 would be ideal, because the odds will do 32 quite easily. And we can see Naked Danish is pushing those tyres. He's got a second time penalty though, and that's because he's trying to account for that tyre wear. So he's trying to keep his corner speed the same as what it would have been when the tyres were fresher, and the tyres just can't. You know, they're incapable of doing it. So what that's going to cause him to do is going to run wide on exits of corners. He can't, you know, to keep within the confines of track as tyres wear, you've got to reduce your corner speed. And again, he's wide again there, and that just illustrates he's struggling.
Suffering from a lot more tire wear in the front, so they're going to be experiencing some of these racers much more preference to that oversteer, to that slide into the corner. So now they're just going to be, it's just going to feel like ice to them, basically. There's this higher front tire wear on this circuit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're going to see higher front tyre wear because it's got a lot of high and medium speed high and medium speed corners. There are sort of two, you know, areas where the rears are going to be put under load, and that's sort of the loop, you know, sort of turn 3. Also, that leads onto a DRS straight as well. So that's going to be one area, and then the other area is going to be out of love field. Other than that, the rear tyres ain't really put under too much pressure, and we can see, I think, people are taking it a bit easy because apart from, I think, that one spin from Jamie, we haven't seen any spins, so that tells me the guys are taking it easier out of those corners, because again, they know a spin is going to cost you 10 seconds. So, and again, Naked Danish, another warning. So if he's not careful,
He did get a fastest lap here, though. Hard tires. Still getting very, very good lap times. 107.4.
again, I think that's his third penalty, I think, for Apple. So if that's the case, that's 9 seconds.
We'll have to double check that these penalties are correctly. I believe what the stewards have come out with is a lot more penalties than what's showing up here on the left side. Still, that's going to put Luca in
Yeah, and this is where I said consistency is key. If you can get through a race with a lot less penalties, you don't need to be the fastest. And we could see how hard he was pushing. He's had to come in. But again, lap 18, that's what I'd expect. I'd expect to see the hard tyre at this instance. It'd be very interesting to see if he's as quick on the hard tyre as he is the soft tyre, because some drivers will prefer certain tyres. Now, you know, your softs are always going to be your grippiest, but they're not going to last as long. And you've got your mediums, which is a bit of a compromise between both. And then you've got your hards, which last a lot longer, but they're nowhere near as quick. Me personally, I'd stick off the hards, you know, if I could help it. I was never able to connect with hard tyres. You've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Is that somebody crashed? Maybe?
Yeah, let's see.
It's green. Has anyone dropped down the rankings? Ooh. Looks like there's 3 or 4 cars at one in the same piece of track there. There we go. And he would have wanted to be in front of Beast. That's going to hurt him a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly he can get those tyres up temperature and start to attack. Because that's another thing that people don't realise with a hard tyre. It's going to take 1 or 2 laps to get them up to temperature. So even if a driver is a lot quicker, it's still going to take that time. And while you're behind other drivers, it's not one driver is behind. It's 3. And these ain't exactly, Trooper, Gults and Beast, they're not exactly slow drivers. They're not drivers that's going to be able to push away, so it's going to be interesting. Gults and Trooper nowhere near their pit window. Beast's probably 7, 8 laps from his pit window. All in DRS, it's going to be very difficult for Naked to get past those guys. As you can see, some. Yeah, and this is one thing I don't understand with what Luca and Foz are doing. You can see Foz went, just understeered through that corner because he's following so closely with Luca. Now, the benefit is he'll get DRS, but he's not attacking him, so that doesn't really, it's not really going to benefit him in any way. The other thing, he's just killing his tyres while he's doing it. So sitting behind him, he's killing his tyres, and for no benefit. So I'm not quite sure what the play is here. Realistically, what one of these guys needs to do is put some real hard laps in, because the more laps they do now at a better pace, the more chance they've got of doing regular Apple in the pit stops, regardless of penalties. Obviously, we're not seeing all the penalties here, so they might, see that there's a 9-second penalty in there, we can only see a 3. But it just seems every time we change to Naked, there's a warning for track limits. So, but this is where some drivers, you can be, a really, really quick driver. But if you're picking penalties up left, right and centre, it's not really going to make any difference. I think he's got to move on Beast here. So look down that inside. Ooh, thinks better of it. The problem is there's no margin for everyone because he's got 2 cars. And Beast dropped it. Pushing too hard out the corner. What he's doing, he's panicked a little bit, I think, with regular Apple behind him. He's tried to just accelerate that corner too early. Rear tyres have gone, nah, not today. And that's a nice easy pass for regular Apple. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly he gets through Trooper and Gults, because I think those guys are going to be working together. Same team, they're going to want to bring each other or drag each other along. But yeah, it just seems every car we switch to today, there's penalty, or there's a warning. So, like I say, it's going to be...
Potentially those warnings, so we don't see those penalties keep picking up. And we can maybe just track them on that side warning. So I'm feeling maybe the ones on the sides are the ones that are correct. We do still see a lot of warnings for a lot of different drivers. Just about halfway through the race. Foz, Davey, Triffa, Mr. Naked Danish, QC, and Tommy, all with confirmed at least 3 seconds. Possibly more. Seeing a lot of barrier issues in drawing.
Yeah, and we can see Naked now he's going to be pushing Gults. That's going to be interesting to see how long Goltz can stay in front. And again, he's going to look for the inside here. Yeah. In fairness, Goltz gives him space. Yeah, no, very good. Very clean, both drivers. Goltz knew he was there and gave him that space on the inside, to be fair. By giving him the inside, what Goltz is trying to do is trying to narrow the angle that Naked Apple's got. So what that's going to do is going to make him a little bit slower coming out the corner. But again, Naked's now going to try and hunt down Treefa. Again, he was in DRS. If he does get past Treefa, he's then got a 4-second gap to Eggs. So again, he's going to be looking. He's going to save it for probably the Wellington straight again, because you've got a nice wide corner. The problem with this straight's not long enough, and again this corner tightens. It nips in. So as you go into Brooklands, now you come through Luffield. Luffield again is very difficult because as you go in, it tightens towards the end. So what he's going to try and do is going to keep it down the pit lane straight. I don't think he's going to try and put one in on Cops. As we can see, Hamilton and Verstappen tried that, it didn't really work out. He's going to try and keep as close as he can now through Maggots and Beckett's. He's well within DRS. He's going to keep as close as he can through this section here, and then he's going to try and deploy what little DRS he's got, and there we go, overtake on. He's going to try and put it in into Stowe. Yeah, because I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to get past these cars because he knows he's quicker. So he's using that ERS to get through those cars, because he knows that once he's past them, he can start to save it because he's quicker. Like I say, Jerry into the pits. What tyres did Jerry put on?
Let's see. I believe he put on the hard tires. It looks like.
Yeah, because he was a medium runner, wasn't he? Yeah, so we're starting to see. You know, pit windows opening up now for the medium runners.
Pits raging, also we saw Davey earlier also going to the pits for hards. A couple people now switching out. We'll see 3 or 4 laps, probably a lot more people, especially ones that and balance kind of that wear on the camber. Very important for this track.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Foz or Luca, one of them, hasn't made a pit stop to give the other a bit of clean air. So if I was Foz, I'd be looking to jump Luca in the pits. I know it's a team game, but all the time he loses time, you know, this guy's coming for him. He's not hanging about. We can see he's got those hard tyres fired up, they're ready, and again he's going to be looking to put it down into Stowe. Yeah, he's going to get it done. He's a lot quicker. Yeah. He's got the tyre advantage as well. Treefa tries to pinch him towards the end. Now he's got the inside. Yeah. Again, but in fairness to Treefa, he's keeping it. You know, he's keeping his car position really well. They're both giving each other room. Oh, and Treefa drops it.
Treefa on 24 lap tires to Naked Danich's 5 lap old.
Yeah. What's happened there, as you can see. In fairness, I thought Apple had got the move done into Stowe. Treefa kept it in, and then as it comes into Vale, which is that short little sort of chicane, and then into Club's one of those corners. It does pinch a little bit on the exit. It looks wider than it actually is. So again, if you accelerate too quickly out of there, the rear tyres, especially, you know, halfway through the race, those rear tyres are going to be screaming. But again, very, very good racing. Between them both, in fairness, both giving each other space. It's what you want to see. Yeah, like I said, the guys have got to be careful now because the tyres have won. As Foz has come into a pit. So I'm just wondering if Foz and Luca are playing the team game or they're trying to fight each other. So Foz has gone in now. It'll be interesting to see what he can do on his out lap and what Luca's going to do. I think Luca's going to come in the next lap. It's going to be interesting to see if Luca stays out or comes in. But I think what's going to happen now, Foz is going to push as much as he can, and Luca's going to come in the next lap. If that's the case, that tells me that they're fighting against each other. Again, Naked Danish fastest lap. You know, Foz has probably seen that and thought, I need to get in and out now, otherwise I'm losing time behind Luca. So, Foz has jumped Naked Danish in the pit. Luca will be seeing that now, thinking, I need to get in the pits, because if not, I'm going to lose position to Naked Danish. The thing that has saved Foz in this instance, as you can see Foz weaving, trying to get some temp into the tyres, was when Naked Danish came out in that battle between Beast, Gultz and Trifa. That's the only reason why Foz was able to jump Naked Danish in the pit stops. But now, Foz on brand new hards, he's got to wait for him to come up to temp. Naked Danish already up to temp. It's going to be very interesting as we come through Maggots, Maggots and Beckett's rather, into the straight. He's going to have DRS, but as Foz saved enough ERS to counter that.
It looks like
As Luke.
Luca still the fastest lap on the oldest medium tires. Luca, Eggs, and Beast. And you just see that overtake happen. Foz falling into 4th place and Naked overtaking with those warmer tires.
And if we look at, like say, that overtake, if you compare that to the Trifa one, that overtake was done before the entry of the corner. He'd done that before the braking zone for the corner. So that tells me that those tyres that Foz has got are just not the temperature. He can't battle it. What Luca's done, Luca's put in a really strong lap to get that fastest lap. And what Luca's going to do now, he's going to push, because he knows now that Nike's has got through Foz, and the only way he's going to stay out there is if he pushes really hard next couple of laps, takes everything out of the tyres, and then tries to come in. The saving grace there was
about 36 seconds on that pit time. So if Luca were to pit now, he'd be outside of Naked Danish's time. About 36 seconds of that pit time.
the Eggs just comes out straight into the middle of a Davies and Jamie battle. So it'd be interesting to see if Davies can get through Jamie here, because the Eggs tyres ain't going to be up to temperature. So it'd be interesting to see if that Alpha can do the Aston. Yeah, so if we look at the sort of from a team perspective, we've got 1, 2, and 3 for the UK team. So we've got Luca, Apple, and Foz, and then we've got 4, 5, and 6 for the USA team. So you've got Trifa, Gultz, and Beast, who's been put under pressure by Joey. We've got those guys in the USA team and Joey's UK team. So, but we've still got Trifa, Gultz on old hards, so it's going to be interesting to see where they come out when they've done the stops. Luca as well. Yeah, so Joey, though, I think there's a couple of laps, 3, 4 laps maybe on the hards. I'm not sure when Beast did his. I think Beast has already. Beast hasn't stopped. Okay. Yeah, because I thought Beast might have had the tyre advantage the way he was, attacking through that section. So it just means that Joey's thought better of it. He's probably going to sit back for a little bit and then push again. But again, good clean battling, as we've seen through the field.
Surprisingly, still Luca and Beast Let's go ahead and check in on their 62% for Luca, so he could still probably hang out for a little bit longer. So really good tire wear on his times, and still the fastest laps on these tires. So he's not not really needing to do any pittings, and we do miss Beast re-overtaking Joey.
Yeah, so what Luke is trying to do now, he knows that the longer he keeps those tyres on, the fresher his tyres will be at the end of the Grand Prix. So if Apple does do him, he's gonna. If Luke was to pit now, he'd have a 9-lap advantage on tyres on the same time.
Yeah,
As we can see, Foz has got through.
Still setting, fastest laps is a severe overtake.
Yeah, Foz has got through regular Apple as well. So again, Foz has been able to regain that position. You can see there, I mean, look at the time. Look at the time difference. Huge.
Yeah, it's really impressive from Luca right now. I mean, he's really in a comfortable position to just easily take the win. He's basically out here in free practice.
But this is what I don't understand. 5 laps ago, he's obviously got a pace advantage over Foz, so why hold him up? I know perhaps he might want to save some tyre wear, but he could have gone a little bit quicker and just eked out that gap. I don't know.
And follow the DRS and even make it a little bit higher. Maybe having a little bit of an issue. He was about 33 seconds up. Maybe just catching up, but he was close to 33 seconds up, only needing about 3 seconds to get into that pit window where he'd be coming out of against Foz. But I'm not sure his lap times are really improving. Maybe getting a little bit slower.
Is Trifa caught regular Apple, or is that timing not wrong? It says it's 2/10. Trifa.
Looks like there was a little bit of battle between him and
See, 'cause, I think Naked Ages is at a moment. I think he's gone off track for him to drop back into the claws of Trifa, because Trifa is on 29 lap old hards, and they're 10 seconds off Foz. So yeah, what's happened? He must have come off track somewhere. He must have spawned, run wide, because like I say, they're 15 seconds away. Yeah, and this what goes back to what I said earlier. He might not be suited to hard tyres, and this is what it is now. He's put hard tyres on. The setup of the car and the car will feel completely different. And like I say, some drivers don't like certain tyre compounds. They might be quick on softs but very slow on hards. I think that's what we're seeing with Apple. I don't think the car balance has changed completely with the tyre change. It's not going to be as glued to the road. It's going to be a little bit more floaty, and perhaps he doesn't. Floaty car doesn't suit him. That's why he's so fast on softs, but on the hards, it's just it just seems to be going from bad to worse for him, to be honest. So Goulds has gone he's gone hard soft. So he's going to be quick through this phase of the Grand Prix, but 22 laps on softs, that's pretty difficult, because I think the first guy is at 18, was it? Yeah, so I think what Gultz has done is roll the dice. So what he's thought is, in the position he's not going to make many positions by going on to a medium tyre. So what I think he's done is he's thought, I'll throw the softs on. And in fairness to Gultz, he's pretty smooth. He's pretty good with his tyres. He's got less fuel now, so the tyres will last a little bit longer, and there'll be more rubber on the track as well. So that should help him eke out those tyres. But again, he's not going to be able to kill every single lap because, like I say, he'll just burn through those hards. It's going to be interesting to see what Trifa's doing, because I think Trifa's going to want to do the same. If he's pushing these hards, and again, Luca might do the same, because Luca still hasn't pitted. He's on mediums. If Trifa and Gultz are going to switch to softs, so can Luca. So if Luca's starting to take care of those tyres now, he's going to want to jump into those softs, because you're not going to want to put hards on for 21 laps. It wouldn't make any sense. If it is, that's very, very clever. Yeah. No, that's very clever.
He's already still. If he was to pit now, he'd still come out just behind Cross.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the only person who's going to fight him for the win is going to be Foz. And if he does go into soft, he can have such a tyre advantage. Foz, it'll be easy. Because Foz is on the hardest, the slowest tyre, and Lucas is on the fastest tyre. Trifa, you've got to discount him because he's still got a pit stop in him. Like I say, Gultz can make some moves. Because, like I say, he's got Jamie and Davies in front of him, both on hards. But like I say, if that graphic's still to be believed, it's saying it's showing Luca as no penalty. So again,
Lots and lots of penalties, even if and he did break that 36-second barrier. So even if it's up and down, if you're pitting out, you'd be looking at coming out in first, and certainly within that 3-second time penalty.
yeah, I mean, all he's got to do through this stage is just try and match what Foz's lap times are. All he's got to do is just try and stay as close to Foz's lap times as possible. We've got 20 laps left. He's 100% going for the softs. 20 laps on softs. If the guys did 18 at the start on a fully, on a fully fueled car, yeah, then that's fine. They're going to do it now. And Trifa as well. He's going to want to come soft. So I've just looked at the time difference as well between regular Apple and Trifa, and Apple's just dropped. It seems to be dropping more and more time to Trifa. He was on 32 lap hards, and Apple's on 10, 11 lap hards. So he's just not suited to those tyres, and he's not going to progress anywhere. It'll be interesting to see. I'm quite can't see what the gap is between Joe and Apple, because Apple's under danger of potentially losing another position to Joe.
Down a little bit there, down about 4 tenths to Joe's time. He was able to make up the time a little bit here in sector 3, but sector 1 and 2, off 2 tenths.
What's the gap between Naked and Joey?
Naked is 5 seconds at the moment. It looks like the time difference, Joey is setting about 4.5 tenths slower.
Okay.
If we do look at that tire graphic real quick, it does look like Joey is running on slightly newer hard, so we should expect those to be already up to temperature and up to speed, and for him to be setting faster laps if he was going unless he pushes soon. You see a position there from Tommy in the back as well. He was fighting with Beast and Rage, but maybe Harris was able to take over position there. We saw the position go up, but he is still behind Beast. We saw him fighting earlier. Beast and Tommy about setting the same lap time, so even though he's close and can't catch him.
Yeah, and looking at this now, it's going to be Luca and Foz 1-2. It's going to be interesting, as I say, that Naked puts in the fastest lap. But it'd be interesting to see where Trifa comes out. So I'm just trying to roughly work it out. I don't know if his teammate, if Gultz has managed to do him or not. But I'd be expecting those guys to come in soon, Luca and Trifa. Because the problem is that they're trying to extend that tyre that they're on at the moment as long as possible. But you still want enough tyre life in the tyre you're going to change to. So what I mean by that, you're not going to want to change tyres with 10 laps left. We can see Luke is in already. So you want to try and get 18 laps realistically into the soft tyre. And look at that for tyre wear.
So he really squeaked out everything there. We'll see how he's going to be playing out. Coming on the pits, he's going to be behind or ahead of Taylor. And he does go into hard tires. So that is going to be an interesting decision there. You're expecting at least maybe him trying to go for mediums.
Wow.
I think they could make
Wow, that's
hard tires, so that's going to be a rough decision there.
that's going to be a mistake. That's 100% got to be a mistake. I mean, I think he's still got enough time in the bank. I think he's still going to win the race, but that must have been a mistake.
He's going to have a lot newer tires than Foz's, of course. Foz coming out 10 lap older hard tires. But will be Luca. Sometimes he might be able to hang on. But yeah, we're expecting a soft cut from him there. Goots, who switched earlier, of course, switching to softs, and we're going to see how that pans out for him.
Yeah, like I say, I think that's going to be a mistake because, like I say, you wouldn't want to go hards for 18 laps. So, like I say, whether it was a miscommunication with, the pit wall or whatever, and that, like I say, those hards will drop time. It's not the end of the world. I think he's still going to win the race. Like I say, he's got a lot fresher tyres than everybody else. It'll be interesting to see what Trifa's tyre wear's like because, say Luca was on a softer compound, but you can see that it reduced everything that was left of those tyres again. I'm just wondering if these two are going to be playing the game again of just settle in and pull the other guy along. Yeah, because what's going to happen, I thought you might come in there, but what's going to happen now with Trifa, he's going to start losing time to every single person who's behind him. And you can see there's one stage where Trifa was 6 seconds, I think, of Naked, and now Naked's less than a second behind. So again, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's a lap too late for Trifa. I think he should have gone in on that last lap because what's happening now, the advantage is swung the other way. So everybody behind him's got a lot fresher, so they're going to be a lot quicker. It just means that he's going to be quicker towards the end of the Grand Prix. But again, towards the end of the Grand Prix, just because you're on a fresher tyre doesn't mean you're going to be you're going to be able to get past those guys. DRS is pretty strong here. So again, but what's going to happen now, he's going to be put under pressure, so he's going to be mindful of that. If he tries to battle, he's going to lose even more time. So again, I think he's definitely going to come in this lap.
And it does look like he's able to make the overtake, naked overtake on Trifa there. The tire differences not too different. Foz on 12 on this make the 17 Trip on 3. There's a huge difference. Like we're just saying, being time naked making it pretty easy.
And again, Trifa's stayed out, so the longer he stays out, he's not giving himself time to make up he's not giving himself enough laps at the end to make up for the time he's losing there. So yeah, I mean, he's going to be really quick. He's going to push a lot. So when he does get onto those softs, oh, something's happened. VSC beast. There's a VSC, so No, I just saw the VSC come up.
think it's going to progress into a full safety car. We're going to see pits. I believe he had already pit before, or is he one of the people who were waiting?
No, he pitted to softs. So if he's got another set of softs, he'd go for softs. Gone medium. Yeah, he's gone medium. So what he's done, he's not got another set of softs left, so he's gone for the medium tyre to get as much. We're going to see a few guys in the pits. Be interesting to see if Regular Apple does, because Treef is definitely going to go in the pits. He hasn't stopped yet. He's going to go straight into the softs. Be interesting to see if Naked drops in onto those softs. Luca and Foz have come in for softs. They've still got those tyres that they went to mediums and hards. They haven't used the soft compound yet, so they're coming in for softs. Because they know, especially in Foz's instance, if the guys behind, which again Naked does, Treefer does, if they're on softs, that they'll be sitting ducks come this safety car.
Yeah, everybody coming in right now. I'm hoping, pitting for these softs that are. Yeah, everybody looks like switching to the softs. They should be.
Yep.
Make it a quick shootout. So Luca and Foz, they're what they had.
Yeah, and we can see that Foz is now in the lead. Apple's in second, so he's decided to stay out. He's on those hards. He's not gonna be. Luca will pass him. A lot of people will pass him. I don't understand why he didn't pit. Perhaps Joe was already in the pit, maybe. His teammate was already in the pit. But, that's crazy. That's... no, it's a graphic, yeah. No, that's a graphic issue, because he started on soft, and then he went hard, didn't he? And he was back on soft. Unless, I'm just wondering if he didn't have any fresh softs and he's put his old softs back on.
It looks like, this is his second stop.
Yeah. So I've been yes. What he's done, I've been there and done that. It's painful. So what he's not had enough free tyres available. So he's thought safety car, fastest tyre is going to be the soft. Not realising the softs he's got are the ones that he started the race with. Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, the only thing he can change into is the medium. But look, he'll have a new medium available. So that's cost him massively. But I've been there and done it. It's an awful feeling when you come out and you think these tyres don't feel. These tyres are not doing what they should do. The only saving grace that the safety car is going to be out for at least another lap. So it's going to be, he's going to come in and put the mediums on. Oh, what a race he's had. Terrible. No, because I think that's why, like say, the Gults went to mediums, didn't he? Because he knew that his softs he'd burnt through them, so he went to mediums. Tom is on medium, so whether he'd used his softs up, but yeah, that's a bad day. At the start of the race, you would have nailed Naked on for the win, the way he was pushing, and now he's in P10. Because he fitted the wrong tyre. It'd be interesting to see where the end of this safety car queue is, because if everybody's here, this safety car will be in this lap. So I'm just wondering, is it the back? Is Trekkie? Is he at the back of the safety car queue, or is he further away? Yeah, so he's just gone to the start finish straight. Yeah, it might go out for another lap then. Yeah, he's and again, he's. I mean, what? He's lost his wing. So, and what he's done there is, when you're beyond the safety car, you've got to try and get heat into your tyres, because otherwise, when it starts up, you're going to be cold tyres. You're going to be nowhere. So what he's doing, he's probably, as he's shifting side to side, he's floored it, probably lost the back end and spun him into a wall. It can happen. It shouldn't happen really, but it can. With people trying to. I mean, for me, when I was in the safety car queue, I'd be looking to see how far people were back. And if people were absolutely miles back, I wouldn't be concerned about keeping my tyres warm. I'd warm my tyres up on probably the last lap of the safety car, because all you're doing is warming your tyres up and burning through rubber while you're sat behind the car. And the problem is, hards are even more difficult to get fired up into the temperature range. So that's what he's done. He's dropped it because he's trying to keep the tyres warm to get any grip through them, but the hardest hard to keep warm, so he's dropped it. But yeah, for me, I used to try and eke out as much rubber as I could, and I wouldn't be weaving unless I knew that the safety car was coming in. There is also a theory as well in some instances where you can put a quicker tyre on, like Apple's done. He's at the back. Now he's going to be driving around a lot quicker than what these boys are, trying to catch up to the end of the queue, and if he times it right, he could catch up to the back of that queue, tyres in the perfect window, and catch a few people napping. Yeah. So we've seen that happen before. Whether he'll be able to do that today, I can't see this safety car by looking at the safety cars coming in, because Luca's left a big gap. So it'll be interesting to see where Luca decides to go. Or Foz rather, sorry. Yes, yeah, so the big winner with the safety car is Trufa. Because Trufa was in 3rd or 4th position on old hards. He's now in 3rd position on brand new softs, same as the same as Foz and Luca. So it'll be very interesting. You've got Joe in there as well on new softs, who's very quick. So it's going to be very interesting to see. You've got 5. Davis is quick as well. So 5 quick drivers, 11 laps to go. It's going to be very interesting to see who puts the move on first. I think he had that since he had a 10-second penalty. I think he come up with a 10-second penalty, so he's probably had an accident or run into the back of somebody, and he's probably 19 seconds. So he's probably had a wing change, so that's why he's had to go back in.
Well, we saw his wing change before, and he does come out with a little bit. I'm guessing the same thing happened when he put on old tires, because he's coming out again with soft tires, but on slightly older soft tires, likely ones he used in qualifying. These are around 10%. He probably put in, just those 3 laps or the 2 laps in the push lap.
Yeah.
Also back to pits and eggs. I'm wondering if they saw a little bit of contact here or why they're heading back into the pits. I'm not seeing any moon damage on either of them, so
No.
both of them just choosing to come back in here. Up at the front, the Scorch keeping it pretty tight. Everybody keeping the thing being
Yeah, I think the quickest lap's going to be decided as well of his next few laps, because Wally's have got DRS and full ERS. Then you're going to see him start to push and try and get that fastest lap for that extra point. One thing to note, because Beast has come out from the USA team, because he has dropped out, they'll score no points for that position. So essentially now you've got 6 guys fighting 7. So that will change the dynamic as well. But if you look, we've got UK 1st, 2nd, USA 3rd, UK 4th, USA 5th, UK 6th, USA 7th. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the final positions are. Looks like Joey had a bit of a run there on Trifa and setting fastest lap as well. So it looks like Trifa's dropped a little bit of time to Luca and Foz. Yeah, and this is vital if Trifa needs to hold off Joey, because if not, you're going to have UK 1, 2, 3, and that's it's going to be very difficult. So Trifa, with battling with Joey, is going to unfortunately lose even more time. And again, you've got Davey in there as well. You can see David's got about 50% ERS as well, so he's got plenty of ERS, and that, if he can stay close coming to it here now, I think he's got a run on Joey. Joey's done it. Yeah, he's managed to hold it as well. Yeah, so what happened there, Davey struggled. He didn't get a very good run out of Chapel. So he comes through Magnets Beckett's, and then for some reason in Chapel he dabbed the brakes a bit too much or whatever. But he lost ground because he went into their 2 tenths and he's come out at 7 tenths. So that run has done him. Joey made the most of it. It'll be interesting to see if Trifa can now keep Davey, or he'll let Davey by to play the team game, maybe. Yeah, it's going to be interesting as well to see what Naked's times are going to be on those mediums, because I just don't think he's comfortable on the hard tyre. So I think now he's on the medium, he's going to be a bit more comfortable, and it'll be interesting to see if he can close that gap. 8 laps to go. If he can close that gap to Davey, it could again spice things up a little bit, but Davey and Trifa are sort of staying fairly close. Foz and Luca just seem to be cruising, I think. They don't seem to be wanting to attack. Luca just wanted to attack Foz, just like Foz didn't want to attack Luca at the first stage of the Grand Prix.
It did look like he was getting a little bit closer than, it looked like they were within a tenth of a second for
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see in the next couple of laps, the last couple of laps, for instance, if Luca does want to put a move on him and take the glory, or like I say, if they're going to play that team game. But you can see Joey, even though he got past Trifa, but he hasn't been able to pull out the gap on Trifa. And Joey struggled to make any impacts on Luca and Foz. So whether I think he's Joey shows him the inside to try and compromise his turn in. Joey hangs around on the outside. Was the contact?
Unfortunately, I could not tell if there was any contact there. Unfortunately, you can looking, but you see Triple spin out and fall all the way back into 6th place, right in front of Joey, or Jamie, excuse me, who's going to be kind of right on his real battle. He might even lose that place to Jamie as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there was contact. Obviously, if there will, there'll definitely be a steward's inquiry over it. From the angle, unfortunately, we couldn't see, but we could see that Joey showed Trifa on the inside. It looked like there was space for the two cars. Joey was trying to hang in on the outside, so whether he's just drifted or Trifa's perhaps understeered wider and the cars have touched. It'll be interesting, but we can see Davies now trying to put it on Joey. So whether so if he starts to run away from Joey, that tells me that Joey's got damage, because it's the position. Might be just because it might be someone just slowing down out the way to let people past, and it's triggered a yellow flag maybe. But as you can see, where's Foz? Okay, yes. Yeah, because the gap as well. I'm just wondering if Luca and Foz have had an incident, and that's why Joey's caught up, because the gap was like 2.5 seconds. Now the gas less than half a second. Oh, and Davey nearly losing it then as he come out that corner. But yeah, it seemed weird how Davey put the position on the old start-finish straight as well, because it's not usually a position where a place where you can overtake. Unless he had a moment coming out of Brooklands, maybe.
With all these mistakes, it's
Yeah.
not as much struggle with the current people. Still on those mediums, from those softs. Going long on those softs for 16 to 18 laps is when they put
Is that QC there? Ignoring. You sure he's got blue flags? Yeah, that's got to be QC. What QC needs to be careful of here as well. He's got 22 seconds penalties. He might get DQ'd if he carries on. He might get DQ'd. He might play a team game and just block in Naked. Because obviously the longer Naked can get past him, he's overshot his corner there.
But still battling and putting on defense despite
Blue flagged, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a bit naughty. I know he's playing the team game, but it's still a little bit naughty to hold up your competitors. If I was, I can only imagine what Naked's saying while he's in that car. Waltz is out. Safety car. Yeah, so I think this plays into the hands of the UK team. I think they're going to take it away now with the 2 retirees for the other guys. I think the UK guys are going to pick it up. It'll be interesting to see if this safety car manages to get back in and we get a couple of laps of race on. Yeah, I mean, depends how many laps we're going to get racing. Depends how long the safety car's going to be out, but Naked looks pretty racy on these tyres. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can make any moves, because if he makes moves on Davies, it's still a 1-2-3 for the UK. So it's going to be interesting to see how many laps we're going to get. And with the guys in the pits, that's not going to help any racing, so I think we might get 2 laps if we're lucky. As I think that's the laps cars overtaking. But again, they've got to get all the way around back to the tail of the safety car queue, because the safety car's waiting for the leader. So it'd be interesting to see where Luca is on the track. Luca's pitting. I don't understand what Lucas is going to. Yeah, well, he's got no softs left, does he? But I don't understand why Luke could give position to Joe. That makes no sense. They were on the same tyre.
We see, I believe, Triffa there coming out with the softs, or I believe David. Excuse me. We see Luca coming out, I believe, with another pair of mediums. Gotta take a look here. He actually, unfortunately, made a mistake and put on old mediums. So that is.
Yeah, he should have gone hards, because they've only got 1 set of each tyre. So he's put those tyres on, and instantly he's gone wide, because there's just nothing left on the tyres. So he's basically done himself out of a win, or a podium at the very least. No. Yeah, there's nothing left. He's got a puncher. He's got a puncher, that's why. He's got a puncher, yeah. in that, yeah. So the safety car's in, and Luca's stuck way out there at the back with a puncher, halfway around the track. It's as if a lot of these decisions and a lot of these tyre choices, as if the Ferrari pit wall are in charge of a lot of these calls, because it makes no sense whatsoever.
And,
people putting old tyres on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would help them, but you would have thought, because a lot of the guys are in the same lobby. Is that QC, I think? And, well, I don't know. It looks like he's going to get in the way of everybody if he's not careful again. Yeah. Oz and Triffa are going to... Oh, synchronised spin in there. And that was... And Triffa. Yeah.
early on in the race, it was just Foz and was it Danish or Luca that were pulling so far ahead? That's really not going to help them here.
Well, Davey's in a good position now because I think Davey's got fresh softs. I think he put those fresh softs on. So if those are fresh softs, he's going to have a tyre advantage over Foz and Joe. But again, he's only got 2 laps to, to do that. It's going to be interesting as well to see if that was just a coincidence that both cars spun at the same. It didn't look like they hit. They hit afterwards, obviously once they've come off track and spun. But it'll be interesting. It's also interesting to see if these penalties are correct because you've got 3-3, 6-6-3. So if Eggs can keep in touch with Apple, he could potentially jump in there. That's providing that these. And also Jamie's not got any penalties according to that. And then he's got people in front with 6 and 3. So Jamie could potentially make 3 or 4 positions up, depending. No. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was frustration from David, and what that's going to do, that's going to put him under pressure from Jamie, who's like 3 seconds behind him. So because Jamie's 3 seconds. Yeah, it's interesting to why he's going so slow. Unless he had snap of oversteer, possibly coming through. But yeah, Davies really, it was unnecessary because.
That is going to be the top 3. It looks like Joe coming home in first place, Foz in second place, Apple in third place, Jamie securing fourth place. Like I said, no penalties there. Almost a podium, not quite enough, but who knows what the stewards are saying after everything is said and done. That is the race over. Just waiting for the open door. Unfortunately, one of the top contenders needing to catch up here because he hit the pole on time to get himself on the right
And Naked as well, finishing P10 again at the start. He was. Yeah, he was out and away, wasn't he? He was 5 seconds clear at one stage.
Well, that is going to be the US versus EU versus the world race, all finished out. QC, Goats, and Beast. I think we missed QC not quite making it there. He must have spun out towards the end and completely crashed.
I think he might have got DNF'd with the amount of penalties he picked up in the way he was battling with people under blue flag. So it stands a chance that he probably got blue flagged and DQ'd.
It'd be interesting to hear see what happens after
Yeah, and this is the thing with 100% race. At one point, Joey was, I think, P10 maybe, and he's ended up winning the race. But with 100% race, it shows that things can change so quickly. Some very questionable pit decisions and pit calls, I think, from some of the guys out there, and they'll be regretting some of their moves. Luca definitely picking up a puncher. But yeah, well done to those.
So it does look like those initial race showing up on the screen, the ones on the left hand side being the correct
congratulations to everybody for finishing, and well done to the guys on the podium. Good race.
I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured it safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Ooh, only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh, only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.